Hello, I am Jean-Christophe and welcome to Cardor Ice Cream Sundays. And today I will be answering questions for women home readers.
Why does my pastry case go soggy when making tarts?
This is a very good question actually, because effectively, yes, it does happen. And the answer to that is if you are using your tart with puff pastry, which is the most obvious, make sure you roll up your puff pastry as thin as possible and make sure before you bake it, put it in the fridge to make sure the tart himself will be set and firm. If you are using sweet paste, again, roll it up the normal way. Again, it has to go back in the fridge because there's a bit of butter or fat, whatever is being used into the puff pastry recipe. And then before you bake it, pour a little bit of wet, like beans or lentils or whatever, into the center of the tart, of the mold, and cook it at high temperature, once again, 180, 200 degrees. Now, if you still have the problem, you've got two other options. Don't use, the options are, don't use foods who contain too much juice, or I think the most efficacious and the quickest answer of your question is basically when you've got your base of pastry, you can always beat an egg, brush it onto your base, pastry base, and this will be like basically a waterproof resistance, and stop the liquid going to your paste. That's it.
I am making a chocolate tart. How can I make it more special?
If you want to make the perfect chocolate tart, I think the most important thing is to be focused on using the best chocolate. Make sure you use a good, as bitter as possible chocolate. When I mean bitter, is obviously less fat into the chocolate content. And the second most important thing is to make sure you don't expose the chocolate in too high temperature, which should not be more than your lips temperature, which is your body temperature basically. That means you're not splitting the chocolate. That means you're not losing the flavors. You're not losing the core, which is the texture, the substance, which make it nice and creamy. And the most important thing is you don't lose the gloss. That means if you got that lovely shiny reactions on your chocolate tart, that means you don't have to do so much on it. You can put some red fruits, maybe seasonal fruits, of course, a bit of mint, and that's it. Now, if you like it smaller, different shapes, that's obviously very personal, but chocolate should be chocolate.
I'm having a family barbecue next week. What dessert would you recommend?
If you want a perfect family barbecue dessert recipe, I think I will use a barbecue himself. Why not? Use a little bit of foil, pick up some seasonal fruits, if it's possible, mix them together, put them in a bag with some spice, vanilla, cardamom, or some cinnamons or whatever, licorice, why not? A touch of kirsch or any alcohol in your preference. Close the bag, put it on the side of the barbecue and let it to inflate. Therefore, obviously the fruits will infuse, soften, and degage this amazing flavor. And just before you serve it, open it and put any Cardor ice cream. And it will be absolutely superb. Therefore, just enjoy it and bon appetit. Sadly, it's the end of the answers. Thank you for your questions. They were very, very interesting. Thank you very much. And basically, just enjoy, your summer. Have a good time. And hopefully, à bientôt. Bye-bye.